So first thing I want to talk about is when to pick SF. So you don't pick SF. So the thing is about SF is that everyone plays in mid. You can play him side lane, but you usually want your levels, and you usually only want to play side lane when you're going to win the lane, which is really hard to do as SF because you don't offer as much as, let's say, Necro or Undying or like Jakiro or stuff like that, right? So when do you pick SF, and when do you ever pick first, stuff like that? Oh, my hotkey's not working. All right. When you're playing SF, never pick first. That's the first thing I wanted to say. And you should never go into a game wanting to play a specific hero. Yeah. So like Kodo first pick is pretty decent. The reason why like a lot of supports are picked first is because there's really not much like counter to most of the supports. Like the thing is, you want counters to the enemy core heroes. So heroes like Kodo, like, you're not gonna pick a Kodo counter. Like, what's a Kodo counter? Like, I don't know, like, damage. Like, on Alina, right? Okay, so the carry here picks first. So Luna picks first here. Luna is an okay first pick. It's not good, but it's not, like, super bad. Like, it's not super game losing either. Luna is a farming carry that does a lot of magic damage early game. So it's kind of like Gyro actually, is what I'd say, but it's not as much utility as Gyro. Slightly more damage is what I would say. So you got a Visage and a Zeus. Visage is really good with Kodo, by the way. You because you can mana leak and then your familiars can pretty much kill someone off that. Like it makes it really easy for familiars, and then Zeus has obvious synergy, and Soul Summoner is amazing. All right, they pick PA here. PA is a really good pick here. Let's see what happens. Lich as a support, like, your team isn't lacking in disable, so Lich is fine. Lich will always win your lane, though. So Lich is actually really good at lower brackets. Alright, so you take your SF. I think you might did you take SF because the other guy just wouldn't pick? I'm not sure. Like, I think SF is fine here, because you expect the Zeus mid, and you'll always get a lot of farm against the Zeus. My view kind of bugged. Alright, whatever. They picked the Storm Spirit. So Storm Spirit's actually not good against SF mid. I mean, Storm Spirit will get a lot of kills on SF if he lives in lane early enough. But SF like level like 1, 2, 3, 4 will crush Storm Spirit. Well, you should anyway. Obviously there's like outplaying people and skill level and whatnot, stuff like that. But in general, SF will kill the Storm. Alright, so I'm gonna talk about starting items. Let's see, my hotkeys are okay. My hotkeys are back. So starting items. So you know the Storm's mid. It's possible that Storm's like jungle or some weird thing, like Storm safe lane and like PA or Zeus mid or something. But in general, you're gonna assume that Zeus is off lane and Storm is going mid in these kind of games, especially in pubs. Yeah, he didn't want me to pick LADT when I wanted. Oh, last. He don't want me to pick last when I wanted last pick. So in terms of like last pick and stuff, if you know the enemy's like matchup with you, you can usually just pick. So sometimes you can pick mid, like first, second, third, if the enemy already picked theirs. Whoa, okay, let's talk about this. Alright, so let's talk about early bounty ring contention. You wanna, as soon as the game loads, you should look at everyone's heroes and see who's stronger, like level 1. And then you should talk about where you are level 1, like where you're putting your heroes. For example, it doesn't matter if your heroes are better if you only have one hero bot and you put all your heroes top, right? In general, yeah, so you're SF against Storm. So you get your Necromastery first. You only do this if... Oh, you don't need a self, by the way. So, sorry, I was talking aside. Okay, I'm getting mixed up since I took a break after the last game. You don't get a salve against Storm because Storm won't harass you as much as you can harass Storm with your raises. When you're 1v1 with a Storm mid, you do a lot more damage than him, and you have 3 raises while he only has 1 Remnant, and Remnant is melee range. I mean, he does have Overload, of course, and Overload can be really annoying because it slows your attack speed. But when you're playing SF vs Storm, you should win the matchup mid. You got your 2 branches. I think what you should have got was the Wraith Band, and maybe... See, I would like to get pool tangos, like get your allies to give you tangos, but I mean, I think when it's like this, actually, what you could have done was get the Wraith Band and just save your gold, or get the Wraith Band and save your gold, and if in the first 2 levels you go low health, then you buy tangos from the courier. Where is your courier right now?
Missing bottom.
Oh, your courier was blocked by the leaf on the minimap. Okay, anyway, yeah, so your SF, You want to get your bottle first, of course. You're missing a lot of CS here. Like I think the storm is just crushing you. Yeah, the storm is 8 and 6 while you're 1 and 0. The reason why is because you like I mean SF usually loses out in the first few last hits because of like you don't have necromastery like souls yet. As you get more souls, you get more damage, right? So it becomes easier. Usually you use your razors for that. In general though, I wouldn't use your razors too much. Level 1 and 2. When you get to level 3, you can use a bit more, but you always want to keep at least mana from maybe 1 or 2, right? Like you're not very efficient with your mana use. I mean, you will be getting a bottle soon, so it's not too bad. But yeah, in general, try to conserve your mana when you can, and try to deny the creeps more. Like this, you should be hitting this creep like right now, like way earlier. Because if they have more creeps than you, the lane will push towards you. And if the creeps are closer to you, firstly is he might have to attack uphill. That's really good. And he can't attack you because you're uphill, so he can't see you. The second thing is because the creeps are literally closer to you, it's easier to time your last hits. So it's better. It's very important on heroes like Shadow Fiend and Quap. Yeah. So this guy's getting quite a lot. You're leaving the lane now for the banner rune. I think it's not too bad at this time because you only miss like 1 or 2 CS. But be careful when you leave for runes because you leave the enemy mid alone. Alright, let's look at this. So Centaur, I mean, this guy has to be careful. Like, he has boots, which is good, but he has to be careful of Illuminate, which he hasn't been. And he has a ward here. That's, I mean, that's just unfortunate. Oh well, that's unlucky. Yeah, bad CS. Yeah, it's a bad CS game on oh man, offlane Zeus just destroyed. Holy crap! All right, that's unexpected. Right. Okay. So yeah, bad CS games on Shadow. You can kill this guy here, by the way. You could have walked in double raise and then hit him to death. Yeah. When you have to take advantage of people being out of position because you have way more move speed. You have 305 move speed. This guy has 285 move speed. Storm is like Pudge speed and Crystal Maiden speed in this patch. He used to be 290, which was manageable, like Cop speed. But I like that you're hitting uphill. But you're low on health. Like, you need to use your bottle charges and your tankers. Like, if you're missing health, use your stuff. It's very important to just use your stuff when you need it. Like right now, you should be walling. And like he's not gonna walk into the tower and try to hit your bottle off. So it's fine. Under tower, you should be able to try to get CS without using a raise as well. That's just a practice thing. Don't worry too much about that. Just try. Like you can actually go into single player and just try last hitting with Shadow Fiend. And at 4 minutes get 25 CS, at 7 minutes get 50 CS, yeah? Like if you can do that, then you'll do a lot better in your games. That's just in general. Like you would have got your boots faster, you would have got your bottle faster. It doesn't help, like you should have got a Wraith Band in this game because you're expected to win against the Storm mid. You can hit him a lot with your Wraith Band. And something I talk about a lot is that Wraith Band stats is actually pretty insane early on because Wraith Band gives you 9 damage, right? So 9 damage in the early game, let's say you hit him 10 times, that's actually 90 extra damage, right? So 90 extra, that's unlucky. 90 extra damage is, okay, he's level 6 now, you have to be kind of careful in your lane. If you're not at like 500 health or more, you kind of have to be really, like I would just use a self right now. Like, you didn't need to buy a self, you should have got a Wraith Band, but I mean, you have the self now, so you can use it. You just want to be full health against this guy, because he won't dive you if you are full health, but he will dive you. Like, this guy should be bottling and trying to kill you here. Oh man, he cancels his order like 3 times. That's unfortunate. So right now, you just want to raise out creeps and then go get rune. So right now, you should be raising these creeps and then going to get the rune. Alright, okay, that's not too bad, that's not too bad. Alright, yeah, Shadow Fiend's a hero that you need a lot of feel for. Oh man, Coddle is just wrecking these two. Coddle is sorry, SF is a hero that you need a lot of feel for. Like, as you play more, you'll get better at it, so don't worry too much. Luna got Glade. I don't like this Luna build. I like the one in, Luna Blessing. I think she should have, oh, so she got 3 in Beam, yeah. But I'm not sure about Glaives early. I think you actually get stats. Because it just gives you a little bit more health. Like, the Glaives don't do anything in this lane. Like, you wanted to farm jungle later, but you're not farming jungle later, like right now. And you're having trouble living in lane. He's gonna die to Zeus. I mean, yeah, that's unlucky. It's about positioning and not giving them too much early on. Like, your Moonbeam should be, your, like, saving grace. But, I mean, oh well. Okay. So Enigma's just jungling. And yeah, so you should be... Okay, so you have level 4 raids. Level 4 raids is a huge jump for SF. It's always level 3 raids, to be honest. But level 4 raids, that means you can use 2 raises, kill all their creeps, and then go jungle. What you should do is ask your Enigma... Oh, that's close. I do not like this Midas first on Enigma, by the way. This is awful. You need your Soul Ring. You need your mech early, so you can push towers. What you should do is double raise and then go farm jungle. Like, tell Enigma to leave this camp for you, and just farm these 3. He should also farm this camp because Enigma can help kill the Zeus. Like, Zeus is really squishy early, of course. You also shouldn't leave mid too much as SF. I think you got a kill there, right? Yeah, you got a kill on the AP. That's really good. But I think you still gave Storm so much by leaving the lane. Like, Storm has 600 net worth on you right now. Oh, Luna's getting the kill. It's pretty good. He actually could have, like, of course he didn't have to move in there. When you're chasing like this, what you want to do is just A-click repeatedly throughout here. So that your hero will automatically attack as soon as you see them. Because you can't see around corners, but, like, as soon as the fog doesn't cover them. This is scary. I mean, Storm doesn't have mana, but still. That's okay. So now you have to identify that the Storm is really far ahead of you because you've left mid for a lot. When you're leaving mid, you have to always think, what will the enemy mid get? So the enemy mid here got a lot of damage onto your tower and got like 3 free waves before your Enigma and your Centaur got here. Only one of them needs to be here right now, but I mean, whatever, right? Alright. So, Cuddle. Not sure what this staff is. Oh man, wait, let me see that. How'd they kill Storm? He just walked in, he didn't zip? Oh man, okay, that's amazing. Okay. Well, that's good, that's good. Well played by them. I mean, it was more Storm's mistake, but yeah, it is. Shadow Fiend should be jungling right now. You jungle super fast with your, like, just a bottle and your intel boots. When you put your boots on intel, you'll get a lot of raises here. You can just like just raise out creeps, right? Like, but when this timer was at 8:30, you should walk here. You stack this camp, you just triple raise there, or stack this camp, triple raise there, and you'll get a lot of farm. Like, Shadow Fiend farms faster than pretty much any other hero in this game. Starting if you start early. Okay. Okay. In terms of this team fight. Oh no. Okay, so in terms of this team fight, you should be able to try to identify who the target is and stuff like that. He should have double-edged this guy and right-click the Cuddle. Yeah. Oh well, I mean, that's a small mistake. Sorry, I shouldn't be talking about these mechanicals. I mean, yeah, okay, Centaur got good kills there. That's good by the Centaur. I mean, once again, it's just Storm's mistakes and like Cuddle's mistakes and stuff, but I mean, it is what it is. Alright, Visage is pushing this tower. So, what you want to do now is instruct your Luna. Your Luna should be farming the enemy jungle. Because, look at the map right now, the enemy has no one in their jungle. And I know it sounds like, well, yeah, because you can see where they are and they don't have anyone in the jungle. At 10 minutes, check your games. No one's in the jungle. It's really, really weird. Unless they have a jungle hero, most people just leave their jungle. And it's really, really bad. This Luna can be farming the enemy jungle right now. Like, just kiting the creeps with glaives and Blessing. She gets a life steal, that's fine. I think I would have got treads here, but you can just jungle with the Luna. You do enough damage. Like, if you were farming this camp for free, you'd be spawning in 15 seconds, you can farm it again. I think the Luna... I mean, he's 100% dead here, right? Like, the Storm just zips in and kills him. Oh, Storm is not efficient. Okay, I mean, he gets the kill anyway. Alright, so yeah, the SF... So, when you're playing SF in this kind of game... Wait, where did you die? Oh my gosh. My bad. Oh, you got trapped there? Oh, you were farming out here. Okay, you were farming too far here and you weren't farming... You do have Enigma. This is problematic. I wouldn't get Yules when you're this far behind. I would get a... Yeah, no, you were 100% dead as soon as you started farming out here. Like, Okay. This is a very specific game, okay? So, you're SF behind right now, and your team is not really doing anything. Yeah. Like, your team is not doing very well either. Like, if you look at the net worth, it's like 4 or 5k or something like that. Yeah, 4 or 5k net worth, and then the experience is not that high, but that's because they're moving around as a team a lot. So, what you do here, instead of buying your Sage's Mask, you put a ward here, you put a ward here, and you just farm the jungle as much as you can. And you tell the Enigma, like, go to Ancients. Like, kill this creep, go to Ancients. Like, if he doesn't move, just farm the creeps anyway. You need to farm your jungle as SF. Like, I would actually say if you have an Enigma, don't pick SF. I would actually say that much. But, I mean, you do with what you do, right? Like, once again, their jungle is free. You can always farm the enemy jungle. Like, especially when they're this far up. I mean, it's really good that Centaur is getting these kills. Your Centaur has a good blink timing. We'll get a good, like, Ags or Blade Mail, like, whatever he wants to buy. There's lots of builds on Centaur. But your SF, you need to make sure that your SF... You need to make sure that your SF farms jungle a lot, farms lane a lot. You want to double rage creeps, like raise 2 lanes of creeps and then walk to a jungle, farm the jungle. Like look at this lane. There's no one here right now. You can always dodge fights by running to other lanes, running to your jungle, running to their jungle. Like worst comes to worst, you can just hit Ancients and get them very slowly. Like SF does a lot of damage. You can just you have a lot of options to farm, is what I'm saying. And the way to win this game is to farm, is to farm like really fast, because SF farms really fast around the map. Very good stack there. I mean, Lich destroyed it. Yeah. Let's destroy the stack. Oh well. You should raise the creeps, kill one of these, and then raise again. All right. No. See, it's all about how you efficiently use your spells, right? What you do is you raise once and then kill one of the trolls. He spawns the skeletons, and then you raise again all of them. You kill the 2 skeletons. You kill the other troll, and the other troll is like 2 auto attacks from death. You should be farming jungle as much as you can. But then, like, when you have this ward, because you bought this ward, remember, like, if your supports don't buy this ward, you buy this ward. Instead of a Sage Mask, you buy the ward, you place it here, you place it here. If you see them running in, you just run away. All you have to do is run away. Like, if they're running here, it means they're not farming as well. So as long as you're keeping up in farm or overtaking them in farm, you'll win the game. When I'm playing SF in these kind of games, all you have to do is dodge fights and farm really fast. So like, yeah, you hit this creep, okay, double raise. Like, these creeps walk up, you have to double raise this straight away. No! Double raise! Alright, almost. Good enough. Alright, that's fine. You want to double raise and then immediately walk away. Walk up here. And then kill these creeps. So this whole game, just being like that little bit more efficient will win you each of these, what do you call it? Each of these games is SF, because you farm really fast if you're efficient with it. Oh, Centaur? Uh-oh. Oh, Centaur? Raise? Nice, very good. That's really good. You push them out of their jungle. So when your team is doing things like this, it's really good that you move with them. You only want to move with them when it's in your farming path though. You should be farming here, not, yeah. You don't need to, oh jeez. Good dodge onto that, but yeah, you'll be dead to Familiars plus Soul Assumption. You don't need to chase for kills on SF. You got your kill on Zeus, you should immediately go farm this. Farm this. Farm this. It sounds like I'm repeating myself repeatedly. Like, it sounds like I'm repeating myself a lot, but you should just be farming, like, as SF. Like, some heroes like Storm, you want to farm and then kill people, and then farm and then kill people. So SF, you just farm really fast. Like, you farm faster than Storm, you farm faster than PA, like... yeah, you can do a lot with your farm. So you're at 4k net worth right now. You should actually be about 7 or 8k net worth at 15 minutes, I think. Maybe even more, depending. But I mean, like, your lane didn't go too well, so I mean, it is what it is. So you're going Yules. Yules is good against Storm because you can Yules him and then, like, blink or walk in. Like, you walk into him and then you ulti because the ball lightning has an animation. So your Requiem will do full damage to a Storm Spirit, and Storm Spirit doesn't have too much health. Especially if they're not going, Bloodstone, they're going Orchid. Yeah, so he almost has Orchid. Orchid is really dangerous against SF. you either need to have a lot of, like, there's 3 ways to live against the Storm Spirit. You either get your Orchid and you just Orchid off the thing, but you can still die to just his normal stuff. The second way is to get really tanky. You get your S and Y. Like, at 16 minutes, you could have S and Y plus, like, a Blessed Orb for your Skadi or something like that. You'll be super tanky if you have that. Because you'd have a lot of farm. And plus, like, when you get Yasha, it makes you farm faster. Like, that's how, like, farm gets you more farm. And yeah, he gets his Orchid on you, and then you die. You shouldn't be in your offlane when the enemy has a hero there. Like, you're not strong enough to contest in these kind of games. And the third way of living is just to dodge fights, which is actually how I would do it. I would get S and Y, but like because I'm behind, I would get S and Y, but I would really dodge fights. Like I would dodge every fight. Look where their team is, go to the other side. Like I would be where this Enigma is. Wherever their team is, I would be somewhere else. And I wouldn't get Midas on this guy. When you were really far behind as Shadow Fiend, sometimes you can get Midas. In this kind of game, I'd say no, because the enemy can find you, and Midas is far too risky in that sense, because you could get far too behind.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Alright, so Centaur gets a hood. I think this is a mistake by Centaur's part. Of course, it's very good against Storm and very good against Coddle and Zeus. It's even good against Visage for the Soul Assumption. Well, it's not good against Visage. Like, it does something against Visage. But I think Centaur should have got Ags in this game because Ags will save everyone. Like, Storm zips in, you Ags, and then they take less damage. That's really, really important because Storm uses a lot of mana on the first zip. Oh, you didn't ult here. You could have actually one-shot the Storm here if you were lucky. Like, not lucky, if you were, like, standing there, and as you walked up, because you knew he was walking up. If he was walking up, you, ulted. Oh, Centaur? Nice, very good, very good. Storm was getting greedy with these zips. That's not good, ulti. Oh. Also, you should work on getting full souls before you fight. Like, if you respawn, you should be farming. You should almost, like, it's very rare that you want to like respawn and immediately fight with SF. This is good efficiency. You're farming before you go back to base. I'm really happy about that. You actually could farm this camp as well, like because you have bottle charges and you're like triple raise on this will kill it. So yeah, just try to be a little bit more efficient. Like think about how you use your spells. Like when you're against a creep wave, 2 raises, kill that. When you're against a Centaur thing, 2 raises, you kill this one, you just hit this one down because it'll be low health. Except in that situation, you use 3 because you're just going back to base anyway, and you want to kill it as fast as you can. So Luna has a helmet donut. Don't skip treads on heroes that want to attack. If you want to auto attack, like if you are a hero that auto attacks, finish your boots. Basically, that's basically it, right? If you're a hero that auto attacks, you should be getting phase or treads. I would get treads on Luna because you want your attack speed. And you're like, why do you want attack speed and why do you want damage on different heroes and stuff? The reason why, firstly, is because the attack speed on Luna will give you more damage. The second thing, sorry, the attack speed on Luna will give you more health. Like the treads will give you health, right? The second thing is that attack speed is good on Luna because you have 2 passives that build on your damage, kind of. Moonglaves will proc more if you attack more, right? For example, if you do 10 damage, okay, like just for example, if you do 10 damage, right? And you attack once, Moonglaves will work once. If you do 5 damage and attack twice, Moonglaves will proc twice, right? So that's twice as much value from Moonglaves. It's not double the damage, but it's like a little tiny bit more, right? It's that extra little bounce from Moonglaive. Of course, both Moonglaves are half what they would be, but it's because you're attacking. Because you're attacking twice, it will be active more often, if that makes sense, and that makes you do more damage. It's more prominent as you attack more. For example, if you attack 100 times compared to 50 times, right? Instead of 1 time and 2 times, yeah? But it's still an effect. So when you're playing heroes, you should think about what they do. For example, SF does more damage because of the armor reduction, right? Armor reduction does more damage because of damage, so you want to build a damage on Shadow Fiend. That's why you don't get Maelstrom on Shadow Fiend. Like, it's very rare that you want to get Maelstrom on Shadow Fiend. Oh my god, Enigma Black Hole. It's pretty big. That's huge. I think that almost catches you up. I mean, Centaur's just going ham. Unlucky there. Yeah, if Centaur had eggs here, this would be really good. Like, if Centaur got eggs from there. Like, if he had, like, his point booster plus strength item, you would have done better in that fight. Because, like, Hood didn't do anything from there. Like, Enigma just did a crazy black hole. I mean, that was lucky that he got the black hole. It is what it is, right? Ah, voice. Alright, Luna is farming now. You should be getting treads again. It's good that you're pushing. Enemy hero is dead, push tower. Shadow Fiend does a lot of damage, you can hit towers. But be careful of Illuminate. Oh wow. And also watch respawns. Because 4 seconds after Storm respawns, he'll TP. And so then when you TPs, you can't really... Like, you can't just hit towers because he'll kill you. Right. You know, Rune. Farm jungle. Kick your team out of jungle. Like, Enigma has his blink. Like, he skipped mech. Enigma's farm is nowhere near as important as your farm in this kind of game. So you should just be spamming everything in your jungle. Just hit everything there. Okay, you got your Yules. So you're going BKB next, it looks like. This is good if Storm zips in, you can BKB, and then you can Yules him and then ulti him for one shot. But it's only really good in that situation. I mean, Yules gives you move speed, and it's a good item on SF, of course. But the one-shot build is usually, like the Yules Blink build, is usually the best when you're snowballing really hard. The other build on SF, like the mech build, or like there's so many builds, right? Like you can get the mech build, the Midas build, stuff like that. But if you want to go mech on Shadow Fiend, that's your like 5-man snowball lineup. You could have done that this game because Enigma skipped it, and it's really good with Enigma because you have Eidolons, right? And Eidolons do a ton of damage, like so much damage. Level 1 Eidolons, if you split them, like if you have 6 level 1 Eidolons, I'm pretty sure they do more damage than your entire team at level 1. Like auto attack, I mean, like not counting spells. But yeah, like they're crazy. Plus they have to like, they're slow and they have to like hit things. They have to catch up to stuff. So that's why you have like Black Hole and stuff to stun them. I would not stand in River when this is happening. I know you're trying to push the tower, but this is not how you push a tower. Especially when you're losing and when you're in an SF game. I mean, the game is more even now. Like, you're not that far behind. Like, it's minimal. 2k. This Centaur should not initiate like this. So, okay, so this is definitely not your fault, but I'm going to mention it anyway. So, this Centaur initiated like that because he thought your team was there. And even though your team was there, it's still a bad initiate. Because your team is here, and he jumps in all the way over here. Oh, Luna, you're not tanky yet. That's not good. But what you should do is you tell your team back and just go farm. You're like, no one on your team is farming engines. I mean, Luna was trying to farm engines, but he stopped. So your team should be constantly farming your jungle, constantly farming your engines, trying to farm the enemy jungle. Like, this whole game, the Radiant jungle has been empty. Like you'd think the PA is farming it, but the PA wasn't farming it. The PA was farming lane, and then he came mid, and then he came top to push that tower. The PA has been, like, this is the first time the PA has been in the jungle. Literally the first time the PA has been in the jungle. Wow, nice. Oh, I see. Enigma got a blink black hole. His enemy, no respect. Alright, Pia's got a Battlefield at 25 minutes. That's really good for your team. I mean, what I mean by that's really good for your team is that 25 minutes Battlefield is really late. So, and PA won't farm as fast as other heroes like anti-mage and stuff.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under
Enigma going Ags is a mistake. Enigma should be getting BKB in this game, I think. Yeah, I would get BKB after these items. Like, I wouldn't get Midas in the first place, but I think BKB. Like, I would have got mech, but I didn't go mech. Centaur, it's still no Ags. I don't think these items are as valuable as Ags. Let's see. My voice is getting so tired. Wow, Coddle has X. That's a rich Coddle. I mean, he's just shooting waves, but yeah, that is a rich Coddle. Man. And this Storm Spirit. He's got his Orchid. He picked off some people.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm hoping that he buys 2 parts of his Bloodstone now. Let me just start. Let there be light. Alright, so Enigma has X, so Black Hole does a lot of damage now. So he has to make sure he gets his Black Holes off. It's not too bad in this game because they don't have many stuns, but still, I wouldn't get the X before the BKB. Okay, so in general, so you, alright, so the SF whose replay it is just told me that your team didn't like talking much. You do get teams like that, 100%. But on, like, I'll just mention, like, I'm not saying that you got this wrong, but on average, if you talk to your team like you're like an actual team, on average, you will win more games than you lose. Like, they won't respond every game, and some games people will flame you or whatever. But it's better. Like, if you want to win more games, talk to your team. Like, it's pretty simple. And if they're not responsive, you mute them. You don't argue with them. Arguing is actually the surefire way of losing. You never argue with people. That's been a very big rule for me. Firstly, I never all chat. Like, I've never all chat. Like, I might have like talked to someone because I knew them or whatever. But like, I never like shit talk or whatever, right? That's rule 1 for me. Never all chat. You don't have to follow these rules. I'm just telling you my rules, by the way. You never all chat. Second thing is you never flame first, right? I mean, it's better not to ever flame, but never flame first, right? If someone's doing badly, you don't need to mention it. They know they're doing badly. You don't really need to mention it. You never all chat first. You never all chat, sorry, and you never flame first. When people are flaming you, you mute them instead of talking to them. It's 100% more constructive. Like, you get to focus on your game, and you could still win. But even if you can't win, it just saves energy. Like, you don't care about the person you're arguing with. Like, you're not trying to. You shouldn't be trying to teach people about the game and stuff like that. Because, like, okay, so let's say you're the SF and the Enigma's flaming, like, whatever. The Enigma's flaming you for whatever reason, right? Oh, hang on. Team fight. Alright, good pick off there. After. Alright, nice Lunarty. Nice Lunarty. Now get out before Storm TP's in. Like, Storm's not TPing. Oh wow. Okay, well that's good. That's good. I mean, you could have avoided the Enigma death if he was better with positioning, but I mean, what are you gonna do? Sorry, what I was saying? Yeah, the chat. So like. Like, okay, so let's say I'm the Shadow Fiend and Enigma is flaming me for whatever reason, right? Like, oh, you feeder, I don't know, like, you suck. Why'd you buy this item? That's awful, right? When Enigma is flaming me, okay, so I could say, no, this is a good item, you're an idiot, or whatever, right? I could like flame him back. But the thing is, I actually don't care how good this Enigma is at Dota. Like, I don't care about teaching this Enigma about Dota. After this game, I will probably never play with him again, or like I'll very rarely play with that Enigma again. Like 1% of games, like less than that, right? Because if you play 1,000 games of Dota, it's like, yeah. So I don't care about what this Enigma says in my games if he's flaming me. So all I have to do is mute him, because I don't want to, like, I don't need to talk to him. I don't care if he thinks I'm wrong, because, like, either I know I'm right or I am wrong, right? So either I'm wrong or I don't care if he's wrong, so I don't need to talk to him. It's very simple. Like, that's how I approach my pub games. Everything I say, everything you say is constructive, and you'll win more games. Like, see, the thing is, like, a lot of people say that their teams are awful in Dota, and I would agree that a lot of my teams are awful and stuff like that. But the thing is, your teams will be less awful if you're not, kind of thing. It's pretty much as straightforward as that. If you're nice to your team, they'll more often than not be nice back. Like, you don't need to do anything besides like just talk constructively. You don't have to like. I mean, okay, so every time my team does something good, you give them a well played. Like you chat well. Oh, I can't use chat well here. But you give them a well played every time they He was in my next 4 games. He was from Austin. Yeah, I know. This is just an example. Like I don't think he's been flaming you, right? Like I just used the example. Someone on your team is flaming you, right? Like, oh, of course. Like the guy says Osdo, so he should be part of a like better community and stuff, right? And of course, you might know him, and he might be in your games. Like, I'm just saying, if someone is flaming you, you don't need to talk to them. For example, like let's say Centaur was flaming you, right? Same deal. This is scary positioning. I mean, you don't know they have this ward, but like even if they don't, I mean, I wouldn't just stand here. I'd be farming. Farm! You need to farm on your Shadow Fiend. You need to farm. And so you build fighting items. So you want to build fighting items when you're ahead on SF. Otherwise, you want to buy farming items and then farm. Like your jungle, their jungle. Once again, there's no one in their jungle. You can just farm. You get like if you kill all these camps, that's 500 gold every minute. 500 gold every minute. That's a lot, right? And then like it's hard to be bad at Dota when you just have more items in them. Like you just get more items. I think AUI said that. Luna needs to really get better at her own. Luna was flaming. Yeah, okay, so yeah, so let's say Luna's flaming. Yeah, so it seems like Luna wasn't doing very well, but Luna's flaming. Okay, so Luna's flaming, you just mute. You just mute. Firstly, I would never say anything to Luna except like, maybe you should buy treads. Like, I think that's the extent of what I would say to Luna. Maybe you should buy treads, right? And then if he says anything else that's like not constructive, like if he says like, no, I don't think so, then just leave it. Just leave it, right? But if he says like, no, you're an idiot or whatever, then just mute. You don't care. You only care about this game, like this one game with them. And you don't need to teach them about like, so like if they miss a stun, you're like, oh my god, you're an idiot for missing the stun. It doesn't matter. Like they know they missed a stun, right? But and you shouldn't care if they know how to hit stuns in later games. Like if 3 games from now he hits a stun, well done to him. I don't care. You just need to care about this game. So you don't need to tell people about their mistakes. They know their mistakes, firstly. And the second thing is you don't care if they improve. I think I repeated myself like 8 times there, just to stress the point. People should flame at MMR because we all suck at Dota and we were a bit better, help each other out, but that happens. I would agree that what people shouldn't flame in MMR. I don't think people should flame ever. I'd say like okay, who's like the best pub player in the world? Like Waga's 8k, right? Alright, that's pretty nice. Waga's 8k MMR now, right? So that guy is apparently the best at pubs in Dota, right? You can say that. So Wagamama is the best pub player in Dota. Not the best player. Like that would be maybe like I don't know, like it's hard to say. Like maybe I would say like it's between like Ice, S4, people like that. Anyway, yeah, back on topic. So okay, actually let's talk about that. So Ice, S4, FY, PPD, Fear, Universe, like all of the best players in the world. I think. Estimating, I'd say they know maybe 20% of Dota. Dota's a really complicated game. Like, I don't think many people understand like how much math is in Dota. How like the best, yeah, Archie's is one of the best players in the world. I was just mentioning people, right? I can't just mention all like the 80 people invited to TI, right? Yeah. So like, the thing is, like even the best in the world. They don't know everything in Dota. I'd say they know around 20 to 30%. I like that's just an estimate. I think it's pretty conservative as well. Of course, I could be completely wrong, but I that's what I guess. So, like I'm doing these replay analysis, but I think I only know like what 10, 15% of the game or something, like way less than a pro, right? It's just like the game is super complicated. So when people flame, like the chance of you being right when you tell someone they're wrong is incredibly low. Like incredibly low. Whenever I say something like, oh, you should do this, you should do that, I'm just saying that's what would work to have a higher chance of winning my games. That's what I would say. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, every piece of advice throughout all of these things is just, this is how I would try to win the game. Because I think this is how I would try to win the game. And I win, like, games at higher MMRs or whatever, right? So, like, it has some basis. It looks like Name is going Refresher now. I think this guy needs to get a BKB. Like, really needs to get a BKB. Like, this Zeus should be dead, I think. I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, it's really hard to say. Oh, that's something. Oh, okay, yeah, so I'll talk about this for a bit. So Centaur Blink is really good, of course. You always go Blink. But Centaur Blink Stomp is actually really easy to dodge for the enemy. Oh, there's the one shot. That was weird. Okay, oh, you should black hole here right now. Kill the PO. Oh my god. Oh, he does the black hole. I'm an idiot. No, that's my mistake. I mean, you should take this fight when you have black hole, but I mean, Luna's just going ham. Like, the guy overextended and Luna showed up to the fight. This is looking like a good turnaround. I mean, Storm's still high on net worth, but Storm can't 1v5. Yet, or in this bracket. I mean, with his skill, like, whatever, right? Storm can't 1v5 here. He's trying to split push. I think there's a mistake from Storm. Storm should have went to the team fight. When Pierre had BKB and Black Hole was down, they would have won this fight really hard. Oh, he gets the zip back in onto you. That's not good. Oh, he's gonna live from the. Oh my gosh! What? Oh no! Oh, that is a mistake. So even after the first zip to like here, he could have just zipped back. That's really unlucky. and you mentioned it. That's pretty funny. Well, I find that funny. All right. Centaur is hot. He's still no eggs. Eggs is a core item on Centaur. I think Centaur eggs is one of the best in the game now because it's like a panic button for your whole team. It's amazing. It's kind of like Potter multi but better because it makes them take like when you ulti with Centaur and eggs, if someone has to do 1,000 damage to kill someone, instead they have to do like 3,300 or something like that. Actually, yeah, it's pretty close. It's like 3,300 damage to kill someone. It's actually insane. Like, Ags on Centaur is a must-buy item, I think, now. You absolutely have to get it every game now. I would get it like second after the blink. Sometimes you get Blade first, sometimes you get Hoods first. I don't think you get Hood first in this game though. Because you can just like run over the Zeus. Zeus is really weak. He doesn't have a full staff. He doesn't have Bloodstone, so yeah. Visage with straight Ags. Usually you want a medallion on your Visage. You don't need a soul ring on a Visage. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I am going to lose my voice tomorrow. I don't even know if I can do 3 more of these. Holy crap. Alright, nothing's happening. I'll fast forward. Luna's farming, you're farming. Oh, fight. Okay. Let's see how this fight. Okay, so before this fight starts, I want to pull it. So, when you're in this kind of game, you've been playing the game, you know how this game is going, and you know like the relative strength of everyone. So you know Storm was really strong and stuff like that. So you want to say like aim Storm or whatever. So you have to think about how you initiate. Who are the initiators on each team? So on your team you have Enigma, you have Centaur. Yeah, those are your main initiators. On the Radiant team you have pretty much just Storm and PA. Like PA initiates by like one-shotting someone, like BKBs and then blink strikes on someone and kills them. That's the PA initiation. But basically, Radiant has a really weak initiation. It's just Storm, and Storm is not that strong initiation. Like it's pretty good, but it's not as good as like there are many other heroes like Tidunder, I guess. Yeah, Tidunder, whatever, right? Tidunder initiation because Storm can only really pick off one person. He does disrupt the fight a lot, like with Ball Lightning, but in general, yeah, in general, like your initiation is way better, so you're more likely to get the initiation. When you initiate, you want to think, who do I initiate on? So Visage is not a target, right? You don't really care too much about the Visage. Also, he's really strong. He's like Visage is hard to kill. That hero is really hard to kill. He has a lot of health, a lot of armor, like because of Gravekeepers. It's hard to say like how this works. Like if you don't understand Gravekeepers, go read this spell. But basically, like for 5 attacks or whatever, 6 attacks, for 4 attacks, he's way tankier. So if you initiate on Visage, the first few things don't do much. Is what I would say. You want to initiate on the Storm if you can. Like before he gets his BKB, you get your Black Hole, you get your Hoof Stomp on him. You want to initiate on the PA, you want to initiate on Zeus. Actually, I think Zeus is the best target. Because Zeus is the perfect combination of easy to kill and important target. So you want to try to initiate on Zeus whenever you can. You can't always get it, but when you can, you want to do that. Alright. Let's start and see what happens. So, there's farming. Okay, so Fuzzy he missed with that. But so he initiated on the Kodo and the Visage. Those are not priority targets. Kodo and Visage are really strong. Black Hole? He hesitated and didn't get the Black Hole. I mean, it is what it is. It's mechanical. It's hard to point out mechanical mistakes in this kind of game. I'm surprised you blinked out of there. Okay, first I'm surprised you went Blink after all this, but like you should go Skadi after BKB. Hmm.
Where's the party? Pudding pop.
So, like so what was I saying? Oh my throat. You want to get Skadi after your BKB
Radiant's bottom
because
tower is under attack.
you're really tanky with Skadi BKB. It gives you a lot of health, and it's impossible for people to fight into you. Like if you're just standing here and they're trying to fight you, like of course if they jump with 5 heroes you're gonna die. But if you are standing here with Skadi and BKB, it's pretty much impossible for them to kill you because you hit like PA or you hit Storm, they do 30% less damage straight away. 30% less damage. This oh man, this is deadly. I don't know why Luna got travel so early. Okay, I understand not upgrading treads if you want to get travels, but you don't want to get travels this early. You want to get treads and sell your treads and get travels after you're like 5 slotted, because he still has an item slot, and you don't need to TP to like creeps much when you're Luna. You TP to creeps much when you're like a hero that can like leave something to kill things or kill the creep wave really fast. For example, Leshrac and PL are really good with travels. Like Tinker obviously, right? Nigma almost a refresher. Still no BKB though. Yeah, this just gets picked off. Oh no. Enigma's gonna die. Hit him. Good hoof stomp, but you shouldn't join fights this late. And during the daytime against Coddlewags. Oh, you want to go in? You stop everyone's damage here. That's pretty good. You need to choose your targets now. Choose your targets. This is mechanical. Sorry.
The veiled oracle chose you.
I think the most important thing.
Dire's middle tower is
I think the most important thing is to
Dire's structures are fortified.
I need to outline rotations more. I apologize. I'm a bit fatigued after the first 2, and like halfway through the 3rd one. I don't think I'll be able to finish 6 today. I think I might even stop after this one, or take a break after this. Oh man. Yeah. So you want to be able to tank frontline with when you're Shadow Fiend. Your Enigma should be getting BKB, but they didn't. So you need to be able to like stand in the front line and fight them a lot. And you're having a lot of trouble here because yours doesn't give you any health. Link Dagger doesn't give you any health, right? So, I mean, yeah. You weren't forced to buy back here, but you bought back here to stop them from axing. It's a game of in-betweens, I think. I think if you farmed more efficiently early, like that, you wouldn't be in this situation. And SF is a hero that's very like when you're playing SF, it's very important to get a good early and mid game, because as you get into late game, you're just like trying to right click things, because your raises, you hit harder than your raises, so you don't really raise much. And your ulti, I mean your ulti is still relevant. Sorry about that, but like yeah, you have a limited amount of scalability with SF. You still farm very fast though. Yeah, you're going to rush. Yeah. I don't like this Ags by Zeus. I thought this was Bloodstone. Bloodstone's much better. You need to use your spells more often, not do an extra 200 damage with your ulti.
Bottom tower is under attack. Roshan has
Let's see if they give this a storm. Yeah, they give this a storm.
Immortality
Radiant's
is
bottom
mine.
tower is under
What is this? I'll keep you updated with my Shadow Fiend. I mean, as you play more, you'll get better, right? So if you're trying to learn this hero, like you're doing fine. Like if this is like your first hero, if this is your first game with Shadow Fiend, I'm very impressed. Like if that's the case. So yeah, Cinder can't move. That's not good. I guess now is the time to mention it. Your MMR is the combination of everything you do while you're playing Dota, alright? Everything that happens to you, everything that you do, is a combination of your MMR in Dota. For example, how good your net? Yeah. Which region are you playing in? What time are you playing? Like what time of day are you playing? Right? Like the time of day you're playing, and how good your net, and how much sleep do you have, and are you hungry when you're eating when you're playing? Are you hungry when you're playing? Like this stuff matters a lot. Like if you're tilting because you're hungry, like like you're gonna lose more games than you win. Like not a lot, right? But like let's say you lose 2 more games than you would normally. That's 50 MMR, right? So it is what it is. It's a combination of everything. You just ulted BKB. That's all good. This was a bad fight to take because of the initiation. So sometimes when they initiate on your team, it's best. I'm gonna say majority of the time. Oh, look at that permanent veil. Oh wait, no, it's not permanent veil. That's just veil. If you're check out this permanent ball lightning though. Oh man. If they get a really good initiation on you in your pub games, usually you can't recover from it. Initiation is so important. I cannot stress enough how important initiation is in these kind of games. What MMR? I'm not gonna disclose people's MMR. I will say this is a lower MMR, but I won't say what it is exactly. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't want their MMR disclosed. So if you want to disclose, you can disclose. But I won't. Is what I'm gonna say.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks are under attack. Dire's bottom barracks.
Oh, if you're asking for my MMR, I'm fucking.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh man. So that was what, Luna not having BKB? I mean, he's going butterfly. I don't think that's a good choice here. You're dying more to storm zips and. Oh my gosh, the axe is paying off. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. Oh wow. Oh no, Abyssal Blade. Yeah, okay, so it looks like I'm very sure that the Radiant team wins. Sorry, I was sure a long time ago, but I was very sure that the Radiant team won this game like 15 minutes ago, I'd say. But I didn't say it until now, I guess. I wasn't like I'm not saying like of course I pulled it, but like yeah, basically. This game was based on the fact that you didn't farm efficiently enough. You like your item build wasn't strong enough based on how you were doing in the game. When you're snowballing, this is the item build. You go yours blink, not yours BKB blink. But this is the build when you're snowballing really hard. Like let's say you killed the storm 3 times in lane or something like that. This is the build. You'll dominate every game with this build. But since you were behind in the game. Since you were behind in the game, it's better just to go for your S and Y, your farming items, like maybe Midas and stuff like that. Now, of course you want Midas early, but I mean, when you're behind, it's not too bad to catch up. This game, I think I'll fast forward through it since nothing's happening. Like, people are dead, people are just farming. I mean, they're just throning at this point. Alright, so I'll go to the end game and I'll revise everything. Okay, so firstly, let me just look at item builds. I don't think anyone had an optimal item build in this game either. Storm was not too bad. But I mean, it's hard to say Storm did well because Storm only did well because of his snowball based on how the Dire team played. Like Luna got picked off a lot, Enigma got picked off a lot, Lich got picked off a lot. When you're in laning, only get Necromastery first if the creep's on your side of the thing. Actually, I'll go back to it actually. Let's see. I'll go over laning phase because I think when you're trying to learn the game, it's like the easiest thing to learn is laning phase because it's the most controlled. And if I give you tips on laning phase, you will do better in general, and you'll be able to learn more from that. I think so. All right, I'll just go on laning phase. So this is super slow mode. I'll put it at like 0.5. Okay, 0.5. So the thing is, you only get Necromastery. Actually, I'll go back to when you're level 1, like when the creeps first hit. Okay, so the creeps are first hitting. You want to block, yeah. So blocking is something you'll get as you play more. You'll block better. Very simple, right? Are you low health already? How did you lose health? Oh, bounty rune? Okay, well, whatever. Okay, so this is the first creep wave. And he has Remnant, you have Necromastery. So you got Necromastery because the creep's on your side, that's good. You have to try your best to get good at last hitting when you're doing this. But, like, this is just something that you just practice, okay? Last hitting is something you just practice. Until then, I recommend getting Raise. You use your Raise to get your first 2 CS, yeah? Like, level 1, you want to get, like, at least 2 CS from the first wave. Like, you can do it with Necromastery if you're, like, very skilled with it, but since you didn't go Wraithband— oh, sorry, first thing, buy Wraithband. You want to get Wraithband, because you should be winning against Storm, but Storm has so much more damage than you, because he got a null, and you didn't get Wraithband. You don't need a Salve, because you should be winning this lane. Like, quite convincingly. Storm can't harass you as much as you can with double Raise. Double Raise. Alright, as far as that goes, you want to auto-attack your creeps when they get to half health. So, notice this is half health? Oh, you should get this, yes. But when this is there, like, you want to bait him into attacking it. Otherwise, you don't. Okay, well. You want to attack your creeps when you're not last hitting, basically. So, you hit this last hit. I don't think you got that. But you should be hitting your creeps whenever you can. So, right now, hit this creep, hit this creep. No, you need to hit this creep, but yeah, basically, you want to hit your creeps more, because right now, realize that they have less creeps, so the creeps, yours will move up to their hill. So then the creeps will meet on closer to them. You want the creeps to meet like here. This is the perfect place for it to meet for you. You can't always get it there, but you want it there. Also, there's a trick of right-clicking him and then dragging the creeps back. You can always do that. When you are playing a hero, if you press A and you press the hero, or you right-click them, if you're within 500 range, the creeps will move towards you. Then you can try to deny your creep, like A-click your own creep, and the creeps will stop. They'll stop moving towards you. That's a trick that I use a lot. I A-click them, A-click creep, A-click them, A-click creep, A-click them, A-click creep, and the creeps will end up, like, over here. Also, your range creep will die a lot. Notice how he has 2 archers? The lane will push towards you now, if you didn't raise, but... Actually, they'll still put... Okay, now they definitely won't push towards you. But basically, be conservative with your raises, and try to make your last hits easier for yourself. Like, make the game easy for yourself, right? You want to make sure that the creeps are on your hill. That's the main moral of this, yeah? Try to be careful with your raises. Buy your Wraithband when you have a good matchup. Like, this is the build if you're playing against, like, Lesh, alright? Lesh will, like, kill you repeatedly if you don't go this build against Lesh. So, you need this build against Lesh. Against Storm Spirit, you should beat him by, getting a Wraithband, get the extra damage, get your Necromastery up. At level 4, he can't do shit. Like, level 4, against Storm, you do, like, 70, 80 damage, and he does, like, 56, 57? Oh, wait, no, I'm completely off. Okay, so he does, 66 damage, and you do between 70 and 80 damage. I think even more, based on Necromastery levels. What is this? 20. You do 40 extra damage. You'd actually be hitting for 100. I'm way too tired after doing these 3 replays in a row. Alright, yeah, so you do way more damage than the Storm Spirit at level 4. At level 4, if you have the souls. You don't have the souls right now because you didn't get, okay, firstly practice, right? Firstly practice. Second thing, you didn't get your Wraithband. So your Wraithband will help a lot. You would have way more CS here. And CS hurts SF more than other heroes. You need to get your CS on SF. I'm trying to think of other tips. Oh, use your regen when you need it. Like, right now, creeps are not hitting you. Bottle. Use your bottle. Like, right now, use your bottle. Your tango's expiring, eat a tango. If you're missing 100 health, use a bottle. That, like, 130 health, use a bottle. You're missing 70 mana, use your bottle. Like, you always want to be as full as you can without wasting it, right? Like, alright, good. You're using it now after you're thrown. So, right now, use another bottle. Like, that's what you can do. You want to be as efficient as possible, so don't use your stuff when you... Like, if you're missing, like, 1 health, don't use it, right? But when you're missing this much, you should be using it. Also, so just help with last hitting. So most creeps, you have to hit them once, your tower hits them a few times, and then you can last hit. But with the range creep, if you have 90 damage, actually it's like 89 or 88 damage, with the range creep, the 2 tower hits and you can last hit the range creep. So keep that in mind. Let's see. Oh yeah, the denying trick. So as soon as your creeps are mid health, you want to start hitting them so that the creeps are on your hill. The creeps are already on your hill now because he's spamming Remnant, but this is also where you should spam Raise back. Raise does a lot of damage, like 250 level 3. You have 3 of them. You could really punish this Storm because he's playing up on you a lot, but you're not raising him. So you should be raising him. A trick for hitting raises is just to right click. When you're on flat ground, if you right click him, you'll face him. So you face him, and then you raise, and he gets hurt, and then he cries, and he's sad, and you're happy, and your Shadow Fiend wins games. That's, I think, the end scenario. Work on your laning, work on your farming. Try to, like, there's a lot of times where you'll be raising creeps, and you like miss one, or like you are farming this camp, you only raise once or something. You should try to hit your raise on as much as you can, like obviously, right? Hit your raise on as much as you can. But also, try to save your raises when you don't need them. As far as your build goes, I think instead of your Yule's, like the Yule's Blink build takes quite a bit of practice. I think instead of going Yule's Blink, BKB and stuff like that, I would get maybe S and Y, or maybe Lifesteal, like Dominator maybe, or Midas. I would go those items. And just try to out-farm them, because SF farms really fast, and you don't have to fight as much as you're fighting. Like, you actually end up fighting a lot in this game, and you end up really far behind, because you're fighting, not farming, and you're not getting too much, and you're dying a lot. So, that seems to be the main... That seems to be the gist of it. Just try to be more efficient. Oh, okay, that's the part I was talking about. So you're farming here. What you should do is raise here, kill this camp, like, kill this troll by attacking it. You attack this troll, he spawns 2 minions. You have to not kill him before he spawns a minion. Okay, he spawns 2 minions, then you raise all of them, so you use 2 raises, and you kill the whole camp in 6 seconds, yeah? 6 seconds instead of 20 seconds, and you waste 2 raises. Yeah, it's very minor, it seems very, like, insignificant, but doing that throughout the whole game will get you an extra, like, butterfly, basically. You can get a whole butterfly from doing that. Alright, I think that's pretty much it. I'll go back to the end game.